Hello guys, welcome back to our OOPS course for beginners. So this is a module number 5 and today we are going to see constructor in OOPS. So we are going to see what is constructor. So let's get started guys. So first of all, what is constructor? So constructor is a special type of method which is used to initialize the objects. So it is invoked automatically when an object is initiated or instantiated. So it is used to set initial values for object attributes. Okay, so I hope you have understood, but I want to clear your concept. So constructor name is the same as class name. So how we can create constructor and what are the types of constructor, we are going to see all these things. Okay, so now you just have to remember that constructor is used to instantiate the objects. Okay, so it is used to instantiate the objects and its name is same as class name. So now this is the special method which is used in programming and this is known as constructor. So now we are going to see constructor syntax. So what is, how we can create constructor? So this is the syntax. Okay, so first of all we have one class name and class name is public class animal. So animal is our class name and we have given this curly braces. Okay, now we want to create constructor. So how we can create? So this is a public void and I have already told that constructor is a method. So but it is a special type of method in which we use the class name as method name. Okay, so now this is a public void, it will not return nothing, therefore we have used void. Okay, now animal is a method name, so we have given same name as our class name to our constructor and this is a default constructor. So we are going to see what is default constructor. We are going to see types of constructor. Okay, so now this is a default constructor. We have given the animal name to our method and we have given these parameters. We don't given any parameters, so this is just brackets and we have given curly braces. Now now why we use constructor? So it is used to instantiate the objects. So when we create objects, it will instantiate the objects. So now as we know that how to create objects, so we can give the our class name, then we give object name, then we use assignment operator, new is a keyword, and now here we use constructor. So this is the constructor, this is not class name, this is a constructor. Okay, so this is a special type of method in which is used in our in creating objects. So this is the constructor. So now this is a default constructor. We are going to see other type of constructor. Okay, so now we are going to see one program which is based on constructor. So this is a constructor example, so we are going to see in our programming. So now we have created one class which name is point. So as I have already told you that our constructor name is same as our class name, so we are going to create method which name is point and this is known as constructor. So in our class point we have given attributes as x and y. So these are our attributes or variables and point. Now this is a point, so point is a method and we have given the uh, we have initialized our attributes. So we have given 0 to our x variable, we have given 0 to our y variable. So we have this is our constructor, but this is our default constructor. It means that we have not given any parameters to our. So there are two types of constructor. First one is default constructor where we don't give any parameters, and other is parameterized constructor. So in parameterized constructor we give parameters to our constructor. So okay, so this is our default constructor in which we have given the values to our variables directly. We don't given this using parameters, so this is known as default constructor. Now we are going to see parameterized constructor. So we have created a method. This is a special type of method, and this is known as constructor. So we have created constructor, and in our brackets we have provided two values, int a and int b. So this is the parameters. So we have provided two parameters, and we have provided that values to our attributes or variables. So we have given a to our attribute x, and we have given value of b to our y variable. So this is a parameterized constructor, this is a default constructor. So this is known as uh, constructor. Okay, now how we use this constructor. So first of all we are going to see how to use default constructors. So we have already seen that. So when we create objects, so there will be, we always use default constructor. So how we can use, so we have created one, we have given our class name, we have created p1 called object, we have given assignment operator, new keyword, and this is a default constructor in which we have not provided any arguments. Okay, now we have created second object, and the name of that object is p2, and we have given this assignment operator, new is keyword, and we have given parameterized constructor. So here we can see this is default constructor, this is parameterized. So in parameterized constructor we have given two values, one, first one is 5 and second one is 3. So 5 will be assigned to our x variable, and 3 will be assigned to our y variable. So this is known as constructor. So now you have understood that why we use constructor. So constructor we use for to instantiate our objects, and it is used to initialize the values of our class variables. Okay, so these are the constructor. Now we are going to see what are the default constructors. So we have already seen. So if we don't provide any uh, parameters in that constructor, then this is known as constructor. But there is also one condition. If no constructor is defined in our class, then default one is provided. So if we don't make our any special method or that constructor, then automatically when we create objects of that class, then automatically default constructor will be called. Okay, so now default sets attributes to our default values like 0 or null, and it can be define default constructor explicitly. So we can also define a default constructor explicitly, as we have seen in our previous slides. Okay, so now we are going to see overloaded constructor. So what are the overloaded constructor? So we are going to see what are the overload and overriding in our further videos, but just understand these constructors. Okay, now so constructor can be overloaded like regular methods. So we are going to see how to overload methods in our further videos. So now constructor can also be overloaded multiple constructor with different parameters. So this is known as overloading. So there will be multiple constructor, but their values, their parameters will be different. Okay, so now it provides flexibility in object instantiated. Okay, so it provides flexibility. So this is the application or advantage of overloaded constructor. Now constructor chaining. So what is constructor chaining? So constructor can call other constructor in same class. Okay, so one constructor can call other constructor like this. So this is our first constructor, and it will call other constructor, and other will call other constructor. So this type of pattern will be created, and this is known as constructor chaining. Okay, so for that we use this method. So this is a method in Java for for using the constructor chaining. So this method is used for constructor chaining. So just understand this. So we can use this method to chain from one constructor to another. So now it avoids duplication, means that it avoids the code duplication. So duplicate code will not be done in our programming. Now constructor best practices. So what are the best practices for constructors? So validate parameters. So here you have to validate parameters, then it can handle exception properly. We are going to see exception handling in our further videos. Then it provides document adjustment clearly. It follows single responsibility principle. So these are the best practices of constructors. So now here we have ended our session, and we are going to see what we have seen in our session. So this is our summary. So first of all, we have seen what is constructor. So constructor name is same as our class name. So this is a special method which name is same as our class name, and it is used to instantiate the objects or initialize the variables names or variables values. Okay, so this is known as constructor. Then we have seen two types of constructor. First one is default constructor and second one is parameterized constructor. In default constructor we don't provide any parameters, and if you don't uh, define the constructor, then default constructor will be automatically called. And parameterized constructor means we have to provide values or arguments in our method. So it is known as parameterized constructor. And we have seen one coding example of constructor, and we have seen some best practices of our our constructor. Okay, so we have seen lot of things, and I hope you have understood all the things. If you don't understand and if you have any doubt, then please feel free to ask in our comment box. I will answer each and every question. Okay, so if you like our content, then please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Goodbye.